And now it's time to kick into Heartland movie reviews. Today's movie, just so you know, is Fractured. Fractured is a Netflix original, and this is the description. Sam Worthington, best known for his role as Jake Sully in Avatar,
Hey, Jake Sully.
takes his wife and injured daughter to a hospital, ER, where they disappear. And then he spends the rest of the movie conducting a panicked search and becomes convinced that the hospital is hiding something. That's the premise of the movie. Just so you know, this first half of Heartland Movie Reviews does not have spoilers.
Spoiler free.
We are just going to give you a spoiler-free review individually and give you a score on a scale of 0 to 10 beers. We don't use stars.
No.
We use beers.
So this is Red Eye on a plane in a hospital?
Could be. Could be. We'll find out. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Okay, so you're in the cheering section for this. Myself, Diggs, Connor, Nick Moraldo, and Bailey will be giving a non-spoiler review. Then, if you have seen the movie and you want to hear us dig a little deeper in, that's going to come in part 2 of this segment.
Part 2.
All right, so Diggs, how many beers are you giving it?
5.3.
Ooh, okay. Diggs is
5.3.
All right.
It would have been... It kept your attention the entire time. Mm-hmm. Like, I did not want to turn it off because I really, really wanted to know what was going on and how it was going to end. The issue with it was he's not a good actor.
Sam Worthington.
Don't think Sam Worthington.
Sully of Avatar.
I do not believe Jake Sully is a good actor, at least in this movie.
It's a fair criticism.
I had a headache the entire movie. I'm not sure why, but it gave me a headache because honestly, I think I was trying to figure out what was going on in the movie, and it was hurting my brain. So that possibly could be a me problem.
It could be an issue with your brain.
It could be an issue with my brain.
Challenging your brain. All right.
It was dark. It was too dark. I like lights.
Seems to be a trend, by the way, now in movies. They used to make them very dark.
It was.
Like
I get it. I get it. It's kind of like a horror suspense movie.
Yeah. And we're talking visually dark.
Visually dark.
Not
Yes,
just
yes.
dark.
There was
like
a
in
lack
style.
of light.
Tell you what,
A
though.
lack of light.
Tell you what, though. Once everything comes together, also very dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the scenes were dark.
Yeah. I
The
agree.
things that were happening were dark.
5.3 beers for you.
5.3 beers for me. Also did not like. I can't. The one doctor who has been like, who plays like the boring guy in every other movie.
Ned?
Yeah,
Ned?
Ned Ryerson
Ryerson from
Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day.
I don't like him. I didn't like the wife. She was kind of a bitch, to be honest. I mean, he's just trying to do his best.
Okay.
I didn't like the daughter either.
All right. Well, I think 5.3. You kind of nailed it.
It's because it kept my attention.
5.3 beers for Diggs. Connor, how many beers are you giving it?
I'm giving it 4.2 beers.
A little harsher here. All right.
Because, like Tony said, it does keep you engaged for the,
I mean, we
entirety
wanted
of-
to know.
Like there was multiple times where I could have bowed out and just kept looking at my computer instead. But it keeps your eyes on the screen, which I mean, in the end, is almost what you're hoping for out of any movie. You don't want to just go into a movie
Like,
and,
when's this fucking thing? gonna
yeah,
end?
exactly. Like
Yeah.
you want to get to the end, which is good. But the acting wasn't great. What really did it for me, what 3 of those 4 points was the music they used. Like they were very
it was
good.
scored well.
The score was
Hey,
incredible.
Let's give it up for the score.
Hey,
the score.
I can't agree more.
The score gets. Well, you're saying the score is getting basically 9 beers.
Truly, it is, and the reason it works so well is because they knew when to slow down their more intense scenes, I'd say, and kind of build up the suspense.
Yeah, they were good
They
at that.
did. They created a mood with their music.
Yes,
choices.
yeah, and that's what kind of did it for me. But other than that, man,
Okay.
terrible.
4.2 beers for Connor. How many beers you giving it, Nick?
I'm going 6.5.
Oh,
Hey now.
shocker of the century.
And purely because the captivatingness of it is big for me. And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of touched on this already. Like if you're able to hold my attention, you must be doing something right. And
Yeah.
I agree the acting was pretty terrible. And I don't know if Sam Worthington can lead in a movie. I don't know if he's got that leading man stuff. But boy, I was interested and I needed to know what happened. And 6.5 Beers is also how many I had leading into the movie. Nice. So it just felt right. It all tied together.
I like it. I love it. Bailey.
Give me a 5.9 beers.
5.9.
This is a movie you need to go into not expecting, like we said, it was a dark movie with a lack of light. It just gets darker and darker, like situationally, too.
Yes.
Like there's not a lot of great happy moments in this film.
No, not a very happy movie.
But
if you're looking for an uplifting mood movie,
I think that's what kept me tied in. Is I'm kind of like something happened for this guy. Like it was very dark and it was just a spiral of despair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I'm going to need your calculator skills in a minute.
Yeah.
See, just so you know. I'm going to give it 5.5 beers. It was okay. I mean, it's decent. It's a decent movie. Would I have been disappointed if I'd have spent my hard-earned cash to go see it in the movie theater?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have.
Absolutely.
But when I'm sitting at home late at night in the comfort of my own bed watching it for free, am I going to turn it off? No, absolutely not. I'm going to watch it all the way to the end. It's a good movie for that, I feel like. And it's a movie also like I will leave on while I'm in bed and like fully pay attention to. I won't halfway watch it like sometimes I do where I'm also doing work on my phone or my computer while it's on the background, or I have sex and I don't pause the movie. So I
Good
come
for
back
you,
out
man.
of the sex and obviously I've missed, a good 3 or 4 minutes there. But I'm gonna pay attention to it. It held me the whole way. This is a formula we've seen 1,000 times before in movies where it's either is this guy crazy or is everybody else in the movie plotting against him?
Correct.
It's like Shutter Island comes to mind a little bit with Leonardo DiCaprio, which that was an awesome movie. I thought.
Crappy.
Is that a shot?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
An extra R.
A fish.
DiCaprio. But I did, like, it held me to the very end. I feel like I'm a pretty good detective. I didn't really honestly 100% know which of those two things was happening until the very end.
Yeah.
So that's hard to do. I mean, what I hate about these movies is when this type of movie and I can figure it out in the first 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'm so pissed off for the rest of the movie. So they did do a good job in that. I think 5.5 beers. That's a pretty good movie for a sit-at-home Netflix original that I don't have to pay for.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. I do agree that Sam Worthington probably would have been better replaced by Patrick Wilson, who we just saw in The Tall Grass.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, he is a Netflix sweetheart. I think he is made for that role, and it's a much better use of his talents than
I think Gerard
in
Butler
The
would
Tall
have killed
Grass.
this role.
Oh,
He would have too. There's a movie that's out there where it's he and another sea captain. They go out they protect this lighthouse, and they're on an island together, just guarding this lighthouse for a while. And it's really dark. And with seeing him in that movie, he would have been great in this movie. He can pull off Mr. Nice Dad and really dark, crazy
He's a
person.
good actor.
He's a very good actor.
Range.
All right, so you got your calculator app ready?
I do not, but I have
See?
my paper.
All right, so Diggs gave it a 5.3 beers.
5.8.
Nope.
5.3
3.
5.3.
beers. Connor gave it 4.2 beers.
4.2.
Nick gave it a 6.5 beers.
Oh.
That's our highest review, our highest score. Bailey with the second highest score at 5.9 beers. And I am right smack in the middle with 5.5 beers. So what's our average score?
I'm going to put down 5. No. Actually,
Round
don't.
up.
Oh.
If it goes to the second decimal.
6. 3.
Don't forget to carry. Yep.
I got 5.
That's incorrect.
That's
Not
not even
possible.
possible. All right, somebody else have a calendar.
the
app.
average. The average is 5.48.
Oh, look at that.
5.5.
I rounded down.
up to yeah, you rounded down a
Oh,
lot.
that's on me. My math was right, though.
Was it?
So we're gonna round up to 5.5 beers for a pretty good movie. I know, yeah, it's a good movie. In Fractured, the Netflix original starring Sam Worthington.
I think whoever cut the movie and stuff like that, and the scoring, obviously,
Of course.
Yeah.
and the effects,
Yeah,
they did a great job.
put in good work.
given the script and the acting.
Post production did very well on this movie.
Yeah, give it up for them.
I guess the script wasn't bad either because the script is the one thing that kept you in.
Yeah.
It was literally
really Sam Worthington that bothered me the most.
Yeah.
I think you put Patrick Wilson in there, it probably elevates this to maybe a high 6s, maybe a low 7.
Let's not get crazy.
But that's it for those who haven't seen the movie. We didn't spoil it for you, and now you can make up your own mind based on the information we gave you on whether or not you want to even watch this movie. We do overall recommend it. 5.5 beer average. It's a pretty good average.
Pretty
For
good.
a movie you get to watch for free. We're going to dive deep into exactly what we liked and what we didn't like. Start us off, Diggs.
I hate that dumb girl.
The little girl?
The little girl, stupid yellow jacket or whatever. I mean, stay away from the hole. I mean,
Yeah.
stay away from the hole.
Don't walk next to ledges.
Maybe listen to your dad when he says don't move.
Come
don't
on.
back up.
I agree. Not listening to your parents, usually the cause of 90% of things going wrong in a suspense thriller or a horror movie.
Also, get divorced when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They hung on too long.
They hung on too long.
I didn't much care for the tone the wife was giving early on.
The bad
Not at
tone.
all.
And to be honest, I kind of understood it though because Ray, Sam's character, seemed like a grade A schmuck.
Yeah.
He did.
Just,
mean,
just
he-
bland, lifeless. Just
Well, and he was driving the car drunk, years passed, and crashed
Killed
and
his
killed their
wife.
first daughter.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we
was
don't
it
have
his first daughter or first wife?
Wife.
First
first
wife.
wife,
Wife
that
and
was
daughter.
pregnant.
And daughter. Yeah, killed his first family.
So
Driving
maybe
drunk.
maybe he's not driving home from the holiday celebration.
Also, I mean,
Yeah.
something to think about.
maybe go like 5 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, he drives
I forgot
55
about that.
everywhere
Yeah,
he goes.
he was being cautious because the last time he was in a vehicle with his wife and daughter, he killed them.
Yeah.
So
I think he had a little PTSD, driving PTSD, probably from that before.
Yeah.
So that part actually made sense to me. I did like that part because I'm like, there's some continuity. It holds to the backstory that you just presented us. He's like scared to drive fast until all of a sudden his daughter breaks her arm and now he can drive 150 and he's smiling the whole time, which is weird. Like, oh, you just jump right back into crazy Sam now. Let's go.
Turns out she didn't just break her arm.
Yep.
She died.
Yeah. She died on the fall.
And the multiple times that they showed her body hit the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty graphic.
yeah, and that goes along with the editing that you were talking about earlier. It was like visually jarring and
Yeah.
a lot of like ominous tones at certain points that were kind
He
of jarring.
throws that bitch wife on the fucking
Smokes.
rebar.
Just shoves her down and she lands a thing of rebar that sticks to her melon. That was disturbing. And I went back and watched the first part of it last night to remind myself of a couple of things. And when initially you watched what he imagines was the nicer version of what happened, he still pushes the wife really
Oh
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there is some heavy foreshadowing because they leave a shot lingering on that rebar laying there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that is
Which-
some sharp, dangerous
Yes.
rebar. I'm assuming someone falls on that, which they don't, but really they do.
Yes, that was one thing. Like, I'm like, oh, at the beginning, oh, how convenient. There's like her body falls between all the rebar somehow. He misses all the rebar. The little girl's okay. She can kind of walk it off. Oh, my arm hurts a little bit. Might want to go to the ER. That didn't seem very realistic. Turns out it wasn't. He was
Yeah.
just making the whole thing up, and he's
The first watch through, I was very convinced that girl was dead.
yeah.
So I think they did a good job of that, of selling that trauma for him.
Also, the poor lady who was just like getting her appendix removed or something like that, who he just stole off.
Oh, that was
dude.
hilarious.
It was just like
was
a
a dude.
fish out of water.
Yeah.
Laying in the back
Oh, it was a
seat.
dude?
Yeah, it was the dude.
Yeah.
His just sick, lifeless body laying in the back seat.
He looked like Puck from the real world, and he's just the poor guy. Well, I kind of thought that was hilarious, like in a weird, creepy,
Dark way.
hilarious. Just the concept that he
Oh, yeah, yeah.
thinks he's in his mind he's wheeling out his wife and daughter, and he's wheeling out Puck, and he's just been opened up to get a new liver, and now he wakes up in the back of Sam's Ford Explorer. Like, why am I in the back of a Ford Explorer with this crazy guy? And why is he singing me the Rainbow song?
And the cops, like with the cops, why were they like on his side for most of the time?
Those cops went way beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like, as a former cop, let me tell you, no cop's spending an entire day at the hospital trying to work out whether or not this guy is telling the truth or not. Once a bunch of doctors and stuff come forward with some paperwork and some live surveillance footage showing that the guy was not telling the truth, we're out. We're out. Hey, we're out.
Shouldn't one of the early steps also, as the cops, been like, oh, let's go check the car that you drove here in?
Yeah.
That the 2 dead bodies are hiding in the back
Especially
seat
if they're saying he came here from a car crash.
Yeah.
And his car is pristine sitting out in the parking lot.
Great point. Because those bodies were in the car the whole time, right?
Yeah.
They were
in the
back.
trunk.
Just covered with a blanket. Very easy to dismiss. Like, that would have been some great police work. Oh, let's walk out.
I understand that ruins the whole point of the movie, but at the same time, maybe they could have tied in something with that car.
When do you think he
Tease
breaks
that.
back? Like, do you think like he goes to the grocery store like 4 days from now and goes to put the groceries in the back of the car and finds his wife and kid actually dead in the back, and then he snaps back? Or
Well, the ending, if you watch till the
I
very,
think he
very
raises
end,
Puck. I think he raises Puck and they become a family. But what were you saying, Dick? Sorry.
the very, very end, he's like smiling and singing, and then all of a sudden his face turns kind of serious, and it's kind of left ambiguous as to if he knows what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of that.
I mean, and why do you put his?
Sometimes I like when a movie ends that way
I do.
because I'm like, all right, is he just going to keep going on and being crazy and just keep like killing people on accident, or is he going to get his life together after this? And like, oh, you know what? I'm better now. That was so crazy. I just thought, I don't know. I thought they lived in the hospital, was just harvesting organs illegally from people. I'm over it though.
The
We're
one
good
thing
now.
I didn't get while watching it is out of nowhere this psychologist comes along.
I know.
And he just fully trusts her.
Yeah, that's true.
After she works at the hospital, and he goes on this entire tirade about how he can't trust anyone in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, hi, let's go talk. He's like, yes, finally, someone on my side.
Yeah.
So I
The
think
psychiatrist is on my side.
Yeah, the way they set that up was okay. That's someone that's actually willing to listen to what I
Yeah,
have to say,
right.
but they didn't do a good job of having them explain this and listen.
She was.
Right.
She,
So,
she
like,
thought she had way more authority than she should.
yeah, it was just lazy writing.
By the way, is she just like the best criminal profiler in the world? Yeah. She figured out the whole crime in like 2 seconds. Isn't it really what happened, Sam? Is that you threw the rock at your little girl and she fell in here and died, and then your wife came down and you shoved her head through some rebar? Isn't that really what happened?
She's working at a hospital in a town of like 37 people.
Yeah. I'm like, you're way too talented for this job. You should be solving crimes for the FBI.
Also, was there no strands of hair or brain matter or anything on that piece of rebar? Or did he like go through and like thoroughly clean that?
The snow.
point.
Remember when they moved the snow and there was that dried puddle of blood?
From his daughter's head, but the piece of rebar wouldn't be
I
covered
feel like
with
there would
it.
be some brain matter.
I didn't care much for the dog, the random
Yeah,
dog
I
that
mean,
showed
yeah,
up
not
twice
at
that
all.
really had no tie into the story
Get outta here,
whatsoever.
The only thing it did was when I was convinced.
Oh, yeah, it made me switch
thoroughly
back.
that- It made me switch back to, oh, maybe he is not crazy. Maybe he is telling the truth because there's the dog, the one-eyed dog.
Well, and then when he steals his family from the harvesting organs,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this.
Yeah,
He's
we
doing
got
it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. We did it.
Come
We
on,
did it.
Sam.
And then it shows Puck, and you're like, oh God.
And why did he put his coffee in the back seat when he was looking for his fucking daughter's thing?
That was tough. He way overacted that.
Yeah,
He
I mean-
just flings a coloring book and destroys that coffee.
like, what are you doing setting it over there?
Tough.
See, what do you think, man?
I'm all in on this movie. I haven't seen it.
Zeke would love this movie.
Yeah, I'm
You
all
would
in.
love it. You would love it. It's good. We did spoil the end for you, but
I'm
you
a
like
big,
that. though.
I'm a
You're-
big read the last
yeah.
page.
Yeah,
book guy.
he already-
And there's
is.
probably people that listen to this part exclusively that haven't seen it because they're like that. They like to know it first. They read the book from the back to the front.
What's a rhubarb? Rhubarb?
Rebar, it's that
That's a dessert.
spirally metal pole.
So, have you ever
Same
have you ever had a
construction
have you ever had a ribbed condom?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that, but with metal.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
Especially when it's shoved through your brain by your husband. So
I think they use it to lay concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
It's
yeah,
a
like-
support
It's what keeps concrete together.
infrastructure.
yeah, forms. It goes deep into the concrete. Forms
Yeah.
what keeps the concrete from falling.
Did a pleasure for the concrete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ribbed.
Overall, I think we nailed it. Is there anything we're leaving out in plot points? One of that. I mean, it's
I just think that it's a classic,
Some hilarious-
unreliable narrator movie. I mean, anything like Shutter Island, exactly. It all just follows that same
I didn't
path.
care for the security guard at
he
the
was-
hospital.
I kind of liked him. I thought he played a good asshole.
Also, the worker
Drunk
at
on authority?
the worker at the gas station didn't care for her.
Yeah.
either.
And like, did you have to make the gas station clerk look super creepy? Like she's because visually I
Yeah.
thought, oh, she's in on the
You
whole
did.
thing. Look how creepy she. I guess maybe that works. But she reminded me of that real short little creepy lady that plays in all the movies. She's only like 4 foot tall.
Gollum.
Yeah, she looks like Gollum a little bit.
Betty White.
Here's what this movie was good at. It was good at casting doubt. Every time you thought one thing, it would throw something in your face to be like, oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah, fairly masterful at that, which is hard to do. Like we said, usually you can figure out these movies very quickly, and it pisses me off. This one was really, really good at that. So for what it did lack, maybe in star power with Sam Worthington not really fitting the role like we would like him to, and some of the other acting and some of the other stuff we pointed out.
Maybe we're giving him too hard of a time.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe he was supposed to play a piece of shit.
I don't know.
Here's what I'll say about Sam. You know what? Sam's a 5.5 beer actor.
Yeah.
If I had to put him on a 0 to 10 beer scale as an actor, he's 5.5. He's a star in a 5.5 beer movie.
He was spot on.
He did the job. All right, let's give it up for Sam.
Go, Sam.
5.5 beers for him. 5.5 beers for the movie Fracture. Tune in next week. We're going back to the theater for a while. We're going to go back to theater movies. I think are we doing Zombieland? Or can we catch Rambo? Is Rambo out this week?
Rambo's out a couple weeks ago, but it's probably still in theaters.
Let's do Rambo. You want to do Rambo or you want to do Zombieland?
Rambo.
Rambo it
All
is.
right, we're going to see the new Rambo, and we will. That'll be out next Monday. These will go out once a week.
That one just
from now
seems
on.
more fun to.
Yeah,
talk
spread the
about.
word.
John
If you're
Rambo.
watching this on YouTube and you like what we're doing, because we're not a normal movie review show, share it with your friends. Mm-hmm. Clue them in on what's going on over here. If you don't like it, it's a good thing about YouTube. Just turn the shit off. We're out.